If I could just ask everyone to please put their phones onto silent or to off. Lovely to see so many of you here, and especially our friends from Southport and further afield. Not so noisy, please. This is a respectful occasion. No, great to see you all, and hope this is a forerunner for many similar occasions to come. We've got a packed programme of events, so I'd just like to ask you to sit back, enjoy yourselves, and we'll start off with our Rabbi Danny Bergson, who will be playing a few tunes and lighting the Hanukkah lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could ask you to please all rise for the Hanukkah lighting. Just before we light, obviously this evening is going to be the 8th night of Hanukkah. There's many explanations as to why we have 8 days of Hanukkah. We all know the obvious explanation, the miracle of the oil. In fact, there's an interesting thing that's brought down in the book of the Maccabees, which is not part of our in the Apocrypha, not part of our Bible, wasn't canonized, it wasn't part of the Torah, that tells us that in the days of the Maccabees, they were unable to celebrate. They were unable to celebrate. They were unable to celebrate Sukkot. And Sukkot, we know, is 7 days plus 1, 8 days. And so therefore, when they rededicated the temple, that was the original reason why they decided that they're going to celebrate the rededication of the temple for 8 days. So we're celebrating Sukkot in the winter as well as in the autumn. But there's one more idea I just want to share with you, which I think really reflects what's happening here. You know, we've had 2 years of the problems with COVID, and we probably last year everyone was probably thinking, would we have such a wonderful gathering? Never mind last year, but in the years to come. And it's in that sense a miracle that we're together today, and it's wonderful, like Robert said, to have our friends from near and from far, all the way from Southport and other places. So thank you so much for coming. It's really, really important to us to stick together. The number 8 represents miracle. It represents that which goes beyond nature. That's why a baby boy has his circumcision not on the 7th day, but on the 8th day, which is why a baby boy's bris, if it lands on Shabbat, the laws of Shabbat are abrogated for Brit Milah, because 8 comes after 7. 7 represents the world, the physical world we live in. We try to perfect that, we try to live in that world, but the number 8 represents transcendence. And Hanukkah is celebrated whether the person's religious, secular, whatever shade of colour a person is in their Judaism. We know that throughout the millennia, throughout centuries, Jews find a way to connect to Hanukkah. And I think that is very, very important for us to take with us. And this concept of miracle, that it is possible to live our lives on miracles as well. And with that, we're going to light the candles. Okay, I can't play the guitar at the same time as this, so. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvoso, v'tzivanu lehavikneh shechanu ra. Amen.